All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Wednesday, March 18th, now 2026, and it's 1 o'clock Central Time. This is We Grow Wednesday. I am one of your hosts, Waylon the Indoor Farmer, and we've got, of course, the First Light Warrior, Miss Tala Smith, with us, and we'll be right back, guys. We've got to play a little intro. If you listen to the intro, you'll know what the show's all about. And you give us some time to hit the like button and share it out and do all the things and just get it rocking. And if you guys want to help us out with that too, come on, let's get a big crowd of people in here, because it's not about really any kind of divisive kind of conversation. This conversation belongs to everybody because everybody's got to eat. Anyway, we'll be right back in about, I don't know which one, that 4 or 5 minutes, but it's We Grow Wednesday, guys. Let's grow.
Midweek grind, we're scrolling through the noise. Stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Ugg pulling strings, poison in the feed. What they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen. Common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake up now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feed. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey, stop it on Wednesday. We grow Wednesday. Hey.
All right, we are back. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Wednesday, like I said, March 18th, 2026. My son's birthday is tomorrow, Tala. I I think yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're trying to plan different things, and it's just one of those types of weeks for me. How are you doing?
Fighting with my sciatic nerve, man.
Ooh,
It's oh wait, let me get
who's
centered.
winning?
There we go. I don't know, just like something set it off several weeks ago, and it's just kind of been on and off. Um, I like to say it just reminds me who I am.
Yeah, I actually have a few things like that. It's like, man, I don't know if I'll ever like this pain in my neck or whatever will ever go away. It's something that's been going on since like childhood now.
Yeah.
But like
You know,
it reminds you. It's like, oh, it,
the human spine.
yeah, that's true.
Like we can all identify because like so many of us have problems. It's partly the modern stuff. Like we sit here for 2 hours, any of the rest of the day we do this, that affects your neck, you know.
I mean,
So I'm
that's
trying to bring my activity level back up. The cold, that knocked me for a loop. But I don't know. Like I said, it reminds me who I am. I've got all the management, the physical therapy tools, and all of that. I'm just doing that and going through the routine. Really, I don't have back pain anymore. That's the thing to clarify. This is the piriformis muscle and the sciatic nerve. I don't class that as back pain because my back is fine. It's just that nerve going down the back of my leg. So it'll calm
I
down
wonder.
eventually.
I wonder if like technology will catch up before like some. It to me it feels like a double-edged sword where we create technology that allows people to be a little less smart with their lives and their bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, take this shot, you can lose all the weight in about I don't know a matter of days. You might die, but you also might lose the weight. I don't know if people are dying from Ozempic, but I know there's like
You can.
yeah, and there's other like offshoots now. It's
Look,
like
there's
different.
the main thing we know about is muscle loss. What is the heart?
I don't know. I don't know, but if you can
The
find the
heart's a
key,
muscle.
if you can find the key to mine, Tala, let me fucking know, okay? It's out there somewhere. Damn. Like somebody's got it. Like, woo,
Not the metaphorical one, man.
Oh, okay. Like the
No,
harmonica's
the
not
heart is a
pulling them
muscle.
in. Like it's
Yeah.
just not doing it. But yeah, it is a muscle, and I've been feeling good, like working mine out. Before we get to the
Yeah.
list of lists, I've been doing the taekwondo, and at the taekwondo little like it's not a dojo, it's like inside the gym, and they have a, speed bag in that room, and
Oh,
so I get the
cool.
chance here and there in between activities. I'll be over there. It's just not, and it's also like up kind of high. Like I'm like up here, like this doesn't seem right. It feels like I should have it like
Yeah,
somewhere,
it's gonna be
down
too
here.
high. So you want it to be about where your elbows are level.
Uh huh.
Because if you're doing this, you're causing strain. And
Right.
if you're down here, you can, but yeah, it should be about here
Yeah,
because
it's
that
like
gives
up
you
there. Yeah.
it gives you a range of motion above and below that if you want to do different strikes like the elbow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plus, like in general, in most fighting techniques, you want to have your hands up around your face area for blocking and for some kind, for you don't want
Yeah.
to be. Sometimes, I mean, like I guess there's certain moves that you can do, but it's just anyway.
Main thing is remember not to do this with your shoulders because a lot of the guys in the community have had to have shoulder surgery.
Mm.
As you get older, it's a reality maybe anyway, but don't
Yeah,
hunch your
no,
shoulders. They need to be
no,
relaxed. You need to
that
kind of
sounds
be
ouchy.
yeah, and the other thing is work on your wrists. See, like the tendency is to do this when you start off, you're really locked in,
Uh huh.
which has its merit for a fast roll. But if you learn to get your wrists into it,
It's a better workout, and you can
Mm.
actually go
My wrists were hurting after hitting the bag the other day. They were
faster.
holding the they were holding these like hand pads, and I'm supposed to do these different combos, and my wrist was just sore. Not
Yeah,
used to it. But then they started doing fist push-ups, and that helps with strengthening your wrist a little bit.
that's what I have to do actually because I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, that
Oh,
hurts.
yeah, that hurts. Yeah.
I'm
Tim
hypermobile. I
Timothy.
I never knew that till last year, but that's apparently why, so if I do push-ups flat palm, yeah, it's painful. I can't do that.
So
Russians do on their knuckles, and that's who I learned from, so
Timothy says there was a skit on Family Guy. I don't really keep up with Family Guy, but it had its day for in my life. He says they with Ozempic and chemo. I can only imagine what kind of fun they had on that show. Let's see who else is here. Margaret on the Facebook. I got you on there twice. Timothy, Donnie with 200 stars, but he sent me 200 stars to knock my song that I played in the beginning. He said Autobot working overtime. Uh oh, my camera goes away. My camera goes away as I'm trying to snap. I'm trying to clap back here, camera. I can't clap back like this. Oh, jeez, Donnie. Man, never mind, Donnie. You get to just. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not only is he a subscriber, but he sent me 200 stars. Thanks, brother. My proverbial ass is out for everyone to just take shots. I always actually thought about doing one of those dunk tank booths, at like a party or something. You can buy them or rent them, and you could be up in the dunk tank and just annoying the shit out of people as they're trying to toss balls up the thing. That would be fun, especially in a hot day, in the summertime.
I have very
Ooh,
good aim. I actually had a
well,
guy one time who was like he saw me coming back the 3rd time, and he's all, "No, no," and he changed out with someone else. He's
I
all,
mean,
"Not again."
I guess it depends on how hot it is outside, but every once in a while, you'd be like, "Hey, can you get her back over here? Like, I need to cool off." Okay, guys, I'm looking for my little post here. As I see you comment, I'll try to get you on the wheel. Hey, Ronald Blackwell in the house, Super Pro member in the house. Red Eye. Oh, that's you. I have to read like. Do you have two different accounts, Timothy? Because I'm only adding you on there once.
I had to plug my laptop in.
I'm only adding
That's
you
why
on
my
once.
screen is dim.
Oh, you're like, oh,
Power! Power!
You're gonna have the same
More
problem.
power, Captain.
You're gonna be like laughing about my camera going down, and then you just goes. Oh no. All right, who's on the? Okay,
Scotty, we need to get out of here.
it's been one of those weeks. Yesterday, like I was telling you earlier, my guest's first time on. We've been trying to get her on for like a year or two, and it's like, oh yeah, this should work, and then just there was like 6 different just gremlins in the matrix. That was the paragraph that told us where we are that popped up, bro. I just laughed, as always. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm laughing with you, man. I'm laughing with you. It's all good. I mean, I don't love AI music, but for AI music, I think I got a few decent songs for my some of my intros, and to me they're decent enough because I am too as they say, to go and pay a real musician to write me a wonderful song, and I would love that. I would love that, and I guess maybe one day I could. So it's kind of like crazy because yes, while it's displacing a lot of people as far as like sort of lower skilled people in different industries, it's also allowing lower skilled people in other industries to get a leg up much cheaper than they could do it before, which is like a weird back and forth. So I wonder how that's going to play out. It's interesting, but we don't have to go down that path if you don't want. I know you're might be a sore subject for you right now. We don't need to talk about AI at the
No,
moment.
no, it's good. I downloaded Suno. I'm gonna start using it.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna experiment with it a little bit, even though I've already used it on another platform. I'm gonna experiment a little on the free tier, but I don't know if they have other tiers, but I know that you can get it for like $10 a month. That'll let you download stuff, and that I can afford. That I can eke out of everything because I need it. You know what I mean? I
Right.
It's a
If
tool
you
that I
need it, you
need.
need it. Yeah.
So it's a business investment. Yeah.
Mhm. Now, I don't know if you already paid for it, but I was
Not
planning
yet.
to pay for another month of it. If you wanted to, you could always send me like like scripts to put into it or something. But that's, I mean, not a big deal. It's for 1 month. It's $30, and I thought, you know what? I'm just
Mm.
gonna crank a bunch of them out, and that's for the top end version.
Yeah, you paid for
But you know what I did? I kind of procrastinated. Oh, I got some time. Got a couple more weeks. Oh, I got more
Yeah,
time.
and the tokens
And
don't
then
roll over. I researched
no,
that.
no, and then well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The tokens, I don't use the tokens because I like the pro version better because I made songs on the free version, and you can hear the difference in the voice. Like there's the less
But I
there's a
mean,
lower quality.
I don't know if it's different at the top tier, but I know at the $10, it's just like with the free, you have a certain number you can use. Do they have an unlimited tier or something?
When you get the $30, when I paid the $30, I get the top tier of the AI version, which I forget what number it was. So it's literally just a better version of it, but you also
Hmm.
get a whole bunch more credits. So many that I could have made another couple, probably another 1,000 songs if I wanted to.
Wow.
In that time,
I don't have that
that's
much time.
right. That's what I'm saying. I made like 80. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that seemed like a lot at the time, but now, a few months later, I've heard those same 80 songs, over and over, and it's starting to be like, well, I should have made a few more. What else do we
I
got
think
here? Let's
$10
see.
a month will get me what I need, partly because, like I said, I've already experimented some, so I learned how to write prompts at this point. Um, so I can make the best use of it. And the recommendation in my conversation with ChatGPT about it was um, do your best work on prompts near the beginning of the month. If towards the end of the month you've got tokens left over that you want to use up, then experiment.
Mm. I will also I'll say this too. Like it does depend on what genre you pick too. Certain genres seem to come out a little bit better. If you
No
say
doubt.
rock, if you say rock, a lot of times you're gonna get a country. You're gonna get like a very
Really?
country version of rock. At least that
Huh.
was my experience. I found that a lot. But when I go to metal, metal seemed to be really nice actually. And I'm not like I'm not a I don't just listen to metal all the time. It just seemed like you could hear it. Listen, the lyrics were good.
Hmm.
Anyway, so Jess, hey, how are you? Jess in the house. Let's put you on the wheel.
Okay, I got X reposted. I got Rumble posted. Have we got Twitch working?
I believe we are live on Twitch today. Yes, we are. We got 13 on the Rumble though. Shouts out to Rumble. Rumble always wins over the rest. I feel like we should try to make this a competition amongst all the platforms, right? That's how we do this. So let's see who can win today. Right now, Rumble's got Facebook beat by double. Although Facebook's coming up and Rumble is going down, so it might equal out soon. Facebook has a chance to actually overtake Rumble at any time. See. It's a race to the finish. Okay, so let's see. All natural lung detox, historic drop in demand for hard alcohol. I think we might have read that. Studies have revealed that limited sugar in babies. I know we read the sugar bit, but I don't think we went through these. But these kind of seem kind of like blah. Historic drop in demand for hard alcohol. I think we know this. Cannabis has kind of gone on the rise. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll click on it long enough to make sure we didn't. There's nothing special about the article here. No music, please.
Five of the biggest alcohol
That is loud.
Sitting on what's described as a lake of unsold alcohol,
A
$22
lake of
billion
unsold
worth of
alcohol.
inventory, according to the Financial Times, the result of
22
people drinking
billion.
less than they used to. And to think there's still a week to go in dry January. Five of the biggest
Wow.
alcohol makers in
This
the
was in
world
dry
are sitting on
January.
what's described as
They said a lake of alcohol. Wow. That seems. Hey, MJ found us on the
excessive.
Twitch. Yeah, man, like that's like what they probably that was their just that was dollar signs to them before. And now it's like, wait, what? you don't you don't want to drink? Because the thing is, the entire um, I guess you could call it like supply line, assembly line of the product keeps going. And so like the ones who are
Yeah.
making it are still growing whatever it is that they're like the farmers who grow just to make whatever alcohol is for whoever, like they don't they're not stopping. They're like whoa, then so it backs, like the whole thing gets backed up at some point. So it's not just, oh haha, the alcohol producers are sitting on a lot of alcohol. Well, they're going to keep sitting on more and more because it's going to, well, I guess they'll take less. They'll like they'll take they'll take or they'll not take, but they will purchase less orders from the farmers, and the farmers will slowly grow less. But at this time, I guess it will back up maybe temporarily, if at all.
Yeah.
I'll be. I see you, brother. So yeah, sad story for alcohol, but honestly, I don't think it'll ever go away necessarily altogether. But
No. I
I mean,
mean, look what prohibition was like. I mean, I lived with my grandmother when I was in my late teens and early 20s, through my 30s, I think, actually. Through up to about 30. I had to think about that. So through my 20s, she used to tell me about going to the honky tonk. She grew
uh,
up in rural Oklahoma. She said, you'd go in there and it's still prohibition, but you'd order a grapefruit juice. She likes salty dogs like I do, so you order a
oh
grapefruit juice. Your booze was in a flask under the table. You pour it in there and put it away.
wait, what's a salty dog?
Salty dog is grapefruit juice and gin with a
Oh,
salted rim.
salty dog. Okay, I
I
get it.
always did like drinks that had salted rims, margaritas, all that. Yeah.
So Chris
So,
says the alcohol companies will fight marijuana until they get into the business. Now, I believe they're already in the
uh,
business in a
yeah.
lot of ways. If not, like I think they want to take. I think they would love to take over the business. But honestly, I don't know if that even matters because there are already sort of corporate, cannabis companies that are sort of cutting out the little guy, especially now big pharma's in the mix. And so like big alcohol, like what's the difference when there's already these big, anything that takes it away from the uh, individual grower, for their own medicine is going to be bad. I'm not scared of big alcohol in that regard because I think big pharma is going to end up taking it from everybody. It's going to be
Yeah.
big pharma all the way. There won't be a bar that you can go to drink, cannabis drinks. I don't think you can now, but
Did you
we'll see.
I'm assuming you watched that show. It was several years back. Oh crud,
I'll
what was it
be.
called? And that was the conclusion of the series was that you had places like that. I don't know if you
I mean,
remember it. The lead character
weeds.
was a woman. Huh?
Yeah,
Weeds, yes.
weeds. Yeah.
I was like, it's a one-word title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Weeds. I love that show. It was interesting.
It was actually. I think a lot of people. I felt. Listen. I did have a little crush on Nancy. Okay, but she was a bit of a whore. I guess we'll say in the show. But it was. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think. Yeah.
It
Not too.
was fun seeing Snoop in it.
The song in the beginning is actually on my playlist. The
Yeah,
little boxes.
little boxes.
And
I
you have
love
to
that
sing it
song.
like the old lady because you have to say, little boxes on the
Yes.
hillside, little boxes made of ticky tacky, little
Such memories.
boxes.
Every episode.
Brought it all
I would
back
not
right there.
I'm binging it on, streaming, but I will not skip the song. I have to hear it.
I like it when they did the like where it changed to different people singing it. That was kind of
Yeah,
cool. Anyway,
yeah.
a whole another topic. Um, you used to drink tequila
Yeah.
and grapefruit juice, Diane? I mean, I feel like if you're at least you're drinking some fruit juice with it, maybe it's good for you. I'm kidding.
I never
Kayla,
was
what's up?
much one for sitting down and just doing shots. So, yeah, I mean, I like citrus and salt, so that's what I used to do. But now, just because I just don't care, you know what I mean? It's not a thing. I just haven't had an alcoholic drink in probably a year and a half. I just don't need it. I'll do virgin drinks, virgin margaritas because I want the citrus and the salt. That's the point of it to me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you still get the flavor, and you kind of feel like it's the same thing, and you're getting
Yeah.
actually getting more nutrients out of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Middle of summer without toxifying myself. That's the whole thing. I
right.
don't need the inflammation. I don't need the strain on my liver.
Well, speaking of toxifying, that segues us to these next two, which we can maybe just play through quickly. I don't know why I saved two of the same like ad for the same thing, but super bonsai. It's a thing that's supposed to help clean out your lungs. So smokers, listen up closely. I think I've seen some stuff
Here's
like this.
4 herbs you should be taking if you're a smoker so that your lungs will look healthy and pink and juicy like this and not crusty and gray and ashy like they probably look right now. Number
Oh
one is
no,
something called mullein. Now, mullein
Mullen,
is
yeah.
a spectrum. It binds to your mucus and loosens it from your lungs.
Ew.
Now, the number one reason why you have shitty lungs is because of toxic mucus sitting in there. So it's literally
Yeah,
like
make
a
it bigger
mucus
for you.
detox. Used in folk
It's
medicine
bigger
for
now.
thousands of years. It's very powerful, works very well, and it's all natural.
What was the
So
next
none
one?
of
We
that
already knew that one.
Two is elderberry. Great for boosting your immune system,
Elderberry.
especially in your respiratory system. Once you clean your lungs with this is going to help you stay healthy, stay clean. Next is reishi mushrooms. Widely
Reishi
used by athletes for helping them use
mushrooms.
oxygen more
Interesting.
efficiently. Once you got all that space up in your lungs from the mullein, you're going to want reishi to help you breathe and use the oxygen better. Lastly, marshmallow root. Anti-inflammatory, forms a protective layer on your mucous membrane, and a great addition
Marshmallow
to the trio that
root.
was already there, gang banging your lungs with benefits.
Gang
Now, if you
what?
looked at these four,
Wow.
you'd be like, how the fuck am I going to take
What's
all
that?
four of these random-ass herbs? You can drink them in tea, blend them into juice, take them as pills, eat them, but most people are way too lazy for natural medicines. And
Right,
that's
right.
why
This is
they
where
use
this is the
chemical,
pitch.
pharmaceutical,
Yeah,
So
for the specific
they're
product.
gonna put it all together into one bottle.
super
I have some things to say.
Super
Four of
lungs.
these.
Okay, so let me mute him while he keeps playing. What's up?
Okay, so Mullein, yes, absolutely.
I've heard of that.
I learned this from my traditional medicine. I do use it.
The
Um,
tea, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was taught was primarily how to use things as a tea.
Later,
Yeah.
Donnie.
So mullein is good, yes, absolutely, for coughs, colds, any lung distress, that kind of thing. Marshmallow is uh, it is anti-inflammatory, but also what's the word? Dulcent, is that right? But anyway, it's like soothes the tissues directly as well. Um, reishi mushroom, any of the mushrooms that boost immune activity, comes with a huge red flag. If you are perfectly healthy and you know that you get along with it, that's great. If you really need to boost your immune activity, but please be careful because, as an autoimmune patient, I have learned anything that boosts immune activity can trigger a flare. So you might have the genetic predisposition to autoimmune disease and not know it because there is no test that says, oh, you have the predisposition, you shouldn't use this and this. We're not there yet.
Mm,
Um, one of our fellow broadcasters,
it's too many.
Flowscope, right?
Flow scope.
He actually did this to himself. And I myself in the past is Sean Claskins. In the past, I had taken echinacea and golden seal and a lot of these, not knowing that I was an autoimmune patient, and I made matters worse. Well, he admitted at one point that he had done the same. He had been using things, and he just said outright, he goes, "I did it to myself." And my heart broke for him. I was like, "You couldn't know." We watched him go from thriving, healthy, stable, and he almost died. We almost lost him several
Mm.
times. Now
What
he's
was it from?
starting to come back, but he's been in this fight for years. He went full-blown autoimmune. Um, we shared a common condition, neuropsychiatric, um, lupus. That was one of his diagnoses. He's got some rare conditions that, yeah, he was in the hospital for months, I believe, the first stint, in and out. And then just as he was starting to get back on his feet, he got hit by a car. It's like he was either a pedestrian or a bike. I can't
Lord,
remember.
just take me. Just
I
take
know,
me
right? Like,
now.
what's the message? So,
Take me
but
home.
he's working on it. He's
Oh,
working on
thank
it.
you. Thank you, Cam. It just came to me. Thank you, Cam.
But we've seen demonstrations of this problem, autoimmune patients who didn't know better, people who didn't yet have autoimmune disease triggering it. So it's just a caution to be very conscientious. Reishi, shiitake, all of these mushrooms, which are now in a coffee that you can get a coffee substitute that's all those mushrooms. Be careful with even royal jelly. Be careful with echinacea.
Mm.
Melatonin, I do not recommend as a supplement for anyone ever for many, many reasons, not among the least of which is it can trigger an autoimmune flare. It's a bad supplement. There are better
I've
things.
never had to take melatonin, thankfully.
Yeah,
And
don't do
I
it.
mean, there's probably, I'm not saying that I may not have had nights where I maybe could have benefited from it. Like, hey, I had a like bad night of sleep last night, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna try and start getting on it. So that's good.
If
Ma- ma- um, Magnesium though, hold on, magnesium. We talked about
yes.
this. I have to stop taking it here and there because it's a little bit like, how do we say this? Too too evacuative. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it can be. So be careful what you choose. Magnesium lysonate glycinate. This is what I have for my nighttime. So it says 2 tablets. I only take one.
Oh wow.
You guys, look, I know they say, take it as directed. That doesn't mean you have to take the max. Don't take
Hey Alice.
more, but you also don't have to take that much. Try one, try half, see how you feel. I've never had a problem with that. And this is actually a decent brand for whatever reason. Doctor's Best. It's not expensive. It's on Amazon. So yeah, you do have to be careful. And I would do a tablet if you're having that issue with. Don't do capsules because that's more likely
They're
to.
tablets. And I mean, it
Okay.
could have been some other reason too, but I was like, it's like I kind of lay off if I'm not having
Yeah.
trouble
It could
sleeping.
be the dose. It could be the dose. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just
So
kind of
that's
go
good
back and forth.
as long as you're not taking another supplement that boosts serotonin or an antidepressant med because those boost serotonin, then what you want for this is a low dose, either 50 or 100 milligrams of 5-HTP. It's bioavailable, whereas L-tryptophan is harder to convert. You can take L-tryptophan, but again, not with an antidepressant med because
Right.
serotonin syndrome can happen and that's dangerous. But that will
So,
boost your body's own production of melatonin as well as boosting serotonin and reducing norepinephrine.
where are you
Perfect.
at on? I guess I think we might have touched on it before, but TRT, because like Joe Rogan like just swears by it, and like a bunch of older men
Yeah.
like you got to do it, and I'm like, well, isn't that a synthetic hormone?
I haven't researched it to see whether it is or not, but I think there's a delicate balance. The first thing that I would direct someone to do is examine their diet, same as with everything
Right.
else.
Yeah, I mean, there's
And
things that you can do to
we ladies are
promote.
supposed to have a certain amount of testosterone too. Okay.
True.
And postmenopause, like I am, that plummets just like everything else. So I actually take
Asparagus.
supplements to kind of boost that because I need it, especially for building muscle. It's
Yeah.
important for our health as well. So diet, activity, because exercise boosts
Boosters.
testosterone.
Got it.
That's too
The
many
real San
S's.
Francisco treat.
Yes.
Boost his testosterone. It's it's
So
the
yeah, exercise will
dish.
boost that as well as help you rest better. And if you're prioritizing rest, then all your hormones are going to be better balanced, right? So there's a cycle here. Lift heavy, progressive overload. You're getting the activity
Leslie.
with which boosts testosterone, which then helps you build muscle, which then helps you stay active. There's a cycle to it. So support that, support the right. I'm gonna be pro on keto for the rest of my life, you
Mm.
guys. But every time I bring it up, I got to say this. I personally believe you should take breaks. And it must be done correctly. High protein without fats, you will hurt your kidneys. Please don't do that. If you're going to commit to keto or carnivore, you must get 80% of your calories from fats. If you don't do it that way, it's a disaster.
Mm.
So if you're going to cut out carbs, you have to have the fats. You need fuel.
Yeah, and then you
But
take a break once
that
in a
too,
while and just eat a gallon of ice cream, right?
no,
No? What? Like it's
you're
dairy,
killing
it comes
me.
from a cow. Okay, I'm kidding. I haven't even
No
had ice
sugar.
cream
You'll
for
never be
so
in
long.
ketosis.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
red meat's gonna boost testosterone. It just does. Then I have never felt better in my life. And that is a big statement considering my age and what I have been through.
I just got a couple
So,
steaks the other day. I can't wait to.
ooh,
Ooh, and some
what
mushrooms.
cut were
I'm gonna
they?
do something with mushrooms this time in the juices, and I'm gonna try to add a little bit extra. I put a little bit of. I don't know if this sounds like a faux pas to you, but I put a little bit. I found like with bacon or even with steak now, a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter, both in the pan.
Depends on the oil, that's all.
I'll
So,
avocado oil. That's what I
yes.
use. And it
Yes.
seems to be like this perfect, like a little bit of extra liquid, but not being too much of
You're
either
good. It's
one.
not a
You
seed
know?
oil. It's from a
Yeah.
drupe or a fruit.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. A
good.
droop. Is that what you call
Yeah.
a avocado? A droop?
No, the olives are
Oh,
olives are as well, but yeah, that's what it's. What am I thinking? I was thinking of olive oil, my brain.
I don't know, but a
So
droop
avocado's a
sounds
fruit.
funny. I like it. A
Well,
droop.
drupe, that's what olives are, is a drupe or a fruit. But with avocados, yeah, they're just a fruit. But yeah, they're that, and it has a high smoke point. So yeah,
Just says I never go to the gym. Got to have protein, saturated fat, fiber, carbs. Everything works in play. Sugar,
no fiber.
no sugar though.
I don't do fiber. I do not do fiber, you guys. And
Not with
I know this is
carnivore, no.
controversial. I know it's controversial, but fiber irritates the gut. And maybe some people can get away with it, but I am telling you from experience, having grown up with the narrative and done high fiber and the complex carbs and the low fat to non fat, I destroyed my gut health. I had leaky gut syndrome. I was very sick. And the only way to fix that was to eliminate all of that nonsense with the non fat, low fat, high fiber, get rid of that. And I am better than I have ever been in my life. Yeah.
That's
But it
awesome.
has to be done just right. Yeah.
This video is only a minute. I'm gonna play it because for some reason I saved it. I think it's because of this cool like 3D graphic that they're doing with the lungs. It's still about the same product, but we'll see what they say. Might be kind of loud. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Weed smoke enters your lungs. It travels deep into your airways. Sticky residue builds along the bronchi. Inside the alveoli, oxygen exchange weakens. This is what weed smoke does inside your lungs.
That's what
That
they're
sticky
saying. That's
residue
what
you
they
just
say.
saw, that doesn't just magically disappear overnight. It builds up and just sits in your airways. And it's the reason you wake up coughing, clearing your throat, tight in the chest, or out of breath just doing basic stuff. Most people think it's just weed. It's not that bad, right? But your lungs don't care what you're smoking. Smoke is smoke. And when that gunk starts coating your bronchi and your alveoli, your lungs literally can't exchange oxygen the way they're supposed to. So it's time to do something about it. I started taking Super Lungs. It's the second best thing you can do for yourself
Boom.
besides quitting. Super
Take our
Lungs is a liquid
product.
lung support. Maybe
Hard sell.
Don't just do some cardio and maybe find some herbs yourself and maybe stop smoking. Not maybe not don't smoke every day. I tell you what, I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest, Tala. I respect you, so I don't smoke on the show, but I also don't smoke. I haven't smoked today because I have these syringes of something called FICO, full extract cannabis oil. It's more of a concentrate, and I can eat it because I've tried taking like the gummies and things like that. Don't do it, like they don't even touch me.
They're
So
too low of a dose for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this
You'd be
stuff is
like,
like
"Ooh, I'll eat the whole thing," right?
yeah. Well, and I found that I could back off on the dosage of what I'm taking now, and I thought that's good because I didn't want to have to take it too fast because it was a little bit pricey. So yeah,
Well, yeah, that's the
take
thing,
breaks.
because like, this is 20, 25, something like
Rose.
that, and I think it's 10 that are 10 milligrams. Yeah, because like, this one might be lower. This is the serving size. Half a gummy's 2 grams is 20 servings per container. Yeah, I think they're 10 milligrams per gummy. I don't eat anywhere near that.
That's
But yeah, I
crazy.
mean, so
10
it's valid
milligrams.
what he's saying. I mean,
I have to eat like
smoke
a
is
100.
smoke,
Yeah.
right? Smoke is
Yeah,
smoke.
no,
So
I get
then,
it.
but that's no disrespect to anybody who does that way. Like, um, I have a friend in the lupus community who uses a vape, and that too comes with problems. But she is also conscientious about the quality of the vape she purchases,
Mhm.
and she only uses it if she has to. And so I get it because like it's faster, you know. So
It's more
her pain
convenient,
level may be
less
higher than mine.
smell. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I personally, I will like when I get up in the morning, I wait, I evaluate, just like I wait at least 30 minutes, if not an hour, for my bulletproof coffee. I am letting my system settle in. I'm letting my nervous system tell me what's going on. Because what I was taught by my mentor is not to do this so that you don't know what's going on. That signal from your body. So I need to know if there's pain, what is it? Can I address it without that? And then if it's one of those days like today with the sciatic nerve, yeah, I took a little piece of that because I need to tone it down. But everybody has to do what seems right for them. So that's why I always make sure I clarify. I'm not knocking anybody who does otherwise. Yeah.
So I looked this up because I saw an article at some point recently. I don't do this, but there was like reasons why you should drink like a glass of water before you go to bed. Reasons why you should drink another glass of water when you first wake up, and I think there was even the in the middle of the night one. And I'm just going, man, I don't want to go to the bathroom that many times. What are you talking about?
I will
It's,
anyway. I just
yeah.
when I'm up, my mouth is dry, I take a sip. I don't
Well,
guzzle it
yeah,
down.
yeah. I mean, I'll take a drink for sure, but it's just like I'm not a whole glass. Drinking
Did you
water
ever
upon go ahead.
what was the show? Three, two,
Three's Company.
two and a half men,
I don't know.
two and
Oh
a half
yeah,
men.
man.
Right. So the kid, he's talking to his dad, and his dad's trying to figure out why do I have to keep getting up to pee in the middle of the night. So he describes his whole routine, and finally the kid stops him and says, "I think I found the problem." It's like stop topping off the tank because every time he got up, he'd drink a glass of water. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
but it's a
you
whole
got a
glass.
continuous outpour. Okay, let's see what it says here. Drinking water upon waking up helps contract natural dehydration from sleep. Or I'm sorry, counteract. Jumpstarts metabolism, improves mental clarity, and supports digestion. So it starts to get your digestion tract going. After 6 to 8 hours without fluid, your body is dehydrated, which can cause fatigue, brain fog, and low energy. Consuming 16 to 32 ounces, about 500 milliliters of water first thing can enhance alertness, reduce irritability, and prepare your body for the day by flushing out toxins, kickstarting organic functions. I like the sound of that. I mean, I should
Yep.
try to get myself to drink more water, and like first thing when you wake up, drinking water
I don't
before
put much
bed.
merit in it, but supposedly it reduces your chance of heart attack and stroke by whatever percentage, small percentage, to drink a glass of water when you first get up. I don't
Ah,
know, but I do know that hydration is important. It's just that it's more than that. So if you were going to put much stock in that, I would say at least have a water that is listed as an electrolyte water because it's a
right.
little big.
Maybe a
It's not
spring
much, but
water.
it's something.
Spring water, you think?
Well, no, just the electrolyte waters, which is mostly what I drink anyway.
Couldn't you just put some like
You can
salt in your
overdo
water?
alkaline. I'm sorry, what?
Can you put some salt in your water?
Yeah, you can do that way,
Like
but there's others.
my Celtic salt.
Sodium chloride, potassium, magnesium. There's a whole spectrum.
I've got salt in my
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Salted.
It's a start, but it's not the only thing. It does
I
hydrate you
got you.
better.
I see. I see.
It's
Um,
important for basically the conductivity of your cardiovascular system, certainly, and nerves.
It
Yeah.
talks about the before bed. This is interesting. It says drinking water before bed can help maintain hydration overnight and support body repair process, which means that like while your body's repairing overnight, it needs that water to sort of move around. Obviously, it needs magnesium and copper for different reasons, and so everything is moving things around as long as you're not deficient somewhere, and that the faster you'll heal. So those of you who are like, you know, healing from something. A lot of us have like permanent pain, right? I'm not talking about that, but even that maybe probably help you more. Drink some water.
Why do I have
Not
so much finding you on Rumble? No, that's not it.
at the Indoor Farmer capital T.
Yeah, and I found it earlier. I think I opened the wrong app. I'm lost.
Uh,
I'm trying to open it because I can access the chat easily from the app on my phone. And I'm trying to figure out with this new format, like I've got the live chat here, and then I've got chat bubble icons, but they don't tell me what they do. I'm afraid to click anything.
chat bubble icons.
Yeah. Let me see what happens.
Like
Okay, that's interesting.
there's a chat bubble on the screen that I can like make different sizes. You see that?
That's the private chat.
Oh, I see.
What
You
the
got like
heck?
options over on the side. I see.
Yeah. So it looks like I can't even type in the live chat on this screen now, which technically I wasn't before either. But I can access it from my phone. Okay. So yeah, hydration is very important. And you know what they say about coffee too, and you know I drank coffee, but only in the early part of the day. You should be drinking at least as much water without the coffee as you are, like per cup of coffee, a glass of water. Yeah.
So, guys, we got 10 minutes before I'm going to do the number spin for today. Just make sure you go get a number on the locals. I see a few of you. Maybe Ronald, I don't know if you got one. Leslie, Jess, I think you might have got one. I know Rose, you got one. Donnie was here. Should have got Donnie a number. Anyway, let me show you this. Oh, where's the tongue? There we go. Look at that. Talk about hydration. Speaking of hydration, we've got a problem here. Captain, we've
That's
got
disturbing.
something's happening. Psychologists say, I'm sorry, psychologist says. So one psychologist, your language is quietly making your I'm sorry, physicality or physically. I'm sorry, making you,
Physically
jeez,
ill.
making you physically ill throughout. I'm sorry, through nocebo, nocebo.
That's a new one on me. What the heck?
Placebo science. Okay. like a
I would have
placebo.
understood if they said neuroscience.
Hmm. Why
So let's find
repeating
out what
"I
that is.
feel sick" or "I am old" triggers cortisol surges that suppress immunity within minutes and forces your body to obey your voice. Oh, so if I
Nocebo
keep
effect is
saying,
a concept in medicine and psychology where negative expectations cause real negative symptoms even when there's no harmful physical cause. Well, yeah, I can buy into that. I mean, same as neuroscience then. I mean, it's true.
all right, I'm gonna start repeating. I'm gonna see how many times a day I can say, "I can fly. I can fly.
I
I can
believe I
fly."
can fly.
Yes, that's I missed that opportunity, didn't I? Lord, help me. I could have said that for sure. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of like article to it.
Well,
Guess
you
I can
heard me
check it
say
out.
that, I'm nearly 3 years free of back pain, and that's partly because of Sarno's book, Healing Back Pain. And this is what he talks about. And I grew up with this philosophy. People who have um, idiopathic back pain, which means we don't know what caused it, most often are carrying an emotional or psychological burden. It's a direct translation.
Biological
And
stress responses. Yeah.
yeah, what we say, look, you're engaging two forms of learning and wiring your brain when you do this. When you say something out loud in particular, you're speaking and you're hearing it with your own ears. And it does rewire your brain.
It says a psychologist explains that the brain does not clearly separate words from experience. According to psychology research, spoken expectations shape how the nervous system predicts outcomes. When negative predictions are repeated, the brain activates the stress responses as if danger is present. Neuroscience shows that this action repeatedly increases cortisol. Yeah, you do not want the cortisol.
Hmm.
Psychologist says cortisol is meant. This is like the way this is written. Cortisol is meant for short-term survival, but repeated spikes suppress immune function, slow healing, and increase inflammation. The inflammation part is the big thing. This is from Mindbox. I'm done with the article, but yeah, it's like that makes sense. You're kind of speaking into existence, and a lot of people kind of have a would you say a superstitious um, use of that, where we say
You
I'm
could.
speaking into existence. I'm speaking this into existence, and people will say that I'm manifesting this. That's what they'll say it. They'll say I'm
Yeah, so
manifesting
I
this
don't
by saying
I don't
seeing it's going to happen.
consider manifestation to be superstitious, because that ties into neuroscience.
Hey,
But
Derek.
some people do treat it that way, to be clear. So the way that I approach that is if you set your intention, then it's important to reinforce your goals and what you want. So if I get up every morning and say, God, my life sucks, my finances are trash, I'm never going to climb out of this. What are you doing to your own brain? You're self defeating. And
Yeah.
my first coach and mentor, Mitri, that I've talked about, he says 99% of our problems we cause ourselves. He is spot on with that.
Oh, I always
So
feel
you
that.
should be talking yourself up.
But that's all. But that's also why it's easy to be down on yourself. Why do you keep making these mistakes, you idiot?
Uh,
And then it's like, well, can you, how where are you gonna how are you gonna turn around? So that I
and I'm
practice
not
this with my
saying that I
son.
never do that.
Yeah.
It's human nature. We default to that. That's the easy thing is to say something negative. And I mean, if you're a believer, you know that it's because of our fallen state. That's how that's categorized. It's because that's just our
Sure.
nature.
Right.
But, from a humanistic standpoint, it's because it's just easier. Because when you decide that you're going to say something motivated and positive and aimed at goals, you know that now you're going to have to do work. It's easy to say, I hate myself, I hate my life, I'm just going to go back to bed. That's the easy part. But to say something oriented to a goal means you got to get up and work.
Hmm.
Man, nobody wants to do that. I'm tired, man.
Or I
So you
mean,
have to decide to do that.
I've found that like I can I procrastinate more than I should, and I know that I could be farther along my sort of vision than I am, but I try to give myself credit for continuing to do more and to take more steps, even though I feel like I should be farther along with it. But at the same time, you got to sort of, it's almost like looking back and helping yourself along. Almost, it's like your own psyche helping. It's like you have this chain of your it's like the movie Inside, or was it Inside Out, or no, what's it called, with the
I think there's one called
anxiety and
that, but I can't
anger
remember.
and stuff like this, and you got like every all your parts sort of helping each other out, and
Mhm.
we we do, I guess. Science tells us, guys. You saw it. You saw it here first. Kidding. But they rewire the brain. The negative thoughts.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
James. James, thank you for the 40 stars, my friend. I appreciate that. James, you are a subscriber. Comment below and tell me if you would like on the number wheel. I will make you a number right now.
Well, I was going to post the live stream in the, community that you and I are in, but I don't see it now.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
yeah. I don't know how
How
good
much for all
those.
my contacts?
Yeah, those
I'm gonna have to
communities are
rebuild
a
the
little
list of
weird.
live streamers now.
Hmm. My dad wants pizza, but he doesn't want to bother me. My stepmom. What was this about? Holy cow, Jess! You're giving me like. What is this about your dad wanting pizza? I don't know. I can't. I can't. I don't know if I can deal with that right now. Do you make numbers from scratch? Yeah, I make numbers from scratch on this post here. Jess, you got one. You're number 8. Ronald Blackwell, you're number 11. And James, I would like to give you a number. I just want to know that you're here. Andrew, what's up, my friend? James comes in bombing me with stars and then swoops on out. And he's a subscriber too on Facebook. I encourage you to come check out Locals, you guys. Definitely looking to get more friends over on in the community. Also, oh, by the way, if anyone's curious, we do have a waffle still going on to allow you to go on a shopping spree with me through a live stream. That's going to be at my local Drizzle Dab store. Right now, we're up to 137 spots sold. So, if you would like spots, they are $2 per, and you can also get a free spot for going to my page and doing a review. You also get a spot for being a subscriber. So I don't know why, and this has happened, I don't know why someone who's not a subscriber wouldn't just subscribe for $2, get a spot, and also that subscription gets you 4 weeks of game night and the number wheel and all so on and so forth. Like, it gets you way more. But that's just the salesman in me. Like, which one gets you more? Well, for the same $2, which is, first of all, I think a pretty low entry fee, and then you can also get one for what I said, the reviews, being a subscriber, and then you can also get one from your credit. You can trade in your credit if you'd like, your Ender Farmer coupons, and I have a bunch of stuff I got to transfer over still. Every 2 Sprout Bucks. You know what Sprout Bucks are, Tala?
I know, I think I've heard you mention it, but
Sprout
I was gonna
Bucks.
say in today's economy, you can't even buy a cup of coffee for $2, so yeah, that's pretty low.
Right. I feel like it's pretty reasonable for what all I do. I mean, we give away like literally $300 worth of prizes every Sunday.
It's like my
Like,
ex
how much
subscribers
do
only
you want?
pay like I set it mine for $4 a month, I think, on X, because I figured if I get 2 subscribers, it covers my premium almost, so I try to
Right.
keep it reasonable.
Yeah, and that makes sense if you're actually given some kind of a value. Like these people, like I'm in this group on Facebook that's it's like something like content creators, something something. There's like almost a million people in this group, and it's literally just people follow for follow, follow for follow. And I don't do that, but I will stop and I'll say, good morning or good luck everybody, and a whole bunch of them will follow me. And then it's like I know you're probably expecting a follow back, but I don't. That's not. I'll say it literally in there. I'll be like, I don't do the follow for follow, but if you want to come on my show and promote your content, but the thing is, they don't have content. Like there's, it's just not. They're content creators of like they're just trying to game the system and make money from the exploits of monetization, which is what ruined these things. I feel like if Facebook would just have bought a side platform, kind of like a Patreon or whatever, and not like called it whatever else, Meta something, and you not done it on Facebook, because before Facebook and X monetized, what was the answer? Well, if you were actually a creator, you could go to a Patreon or a locals and make yourself a like a community, and you could tell your friends that you're making over on Facebook. Hey, if you like what I'm doing, I'm making private stuff over there. But then that whole like process got derailed by by X and Facebook going, hey, everybody's a creator now. You're a
Yeah,
creator. You're a
and
creator.
the algorithm has never recovered. They just
Oh,
installed the thumbs down, as I mentioned this morning,
oh
on X.
yeah. Oh, I forgot about
So it's
that.
only on comment. Here's the thing. Nikita's like, no, it's not, it won't be visible. It's just, so you can curate your feed essentially, but it's only on comments. Well, what good does that do? The whole point of an algorithm is to present you posts that you want to see, not comments that you want to see. And I don't
Right.
want an echo chamber. I'm not using it. Why do I want to go through and go thumbs down with people that I disagree when I can just scroll? I can read a comment that I don't agree with and it will not harm me. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Ronald jumped in. Number 11. Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
We'll see what happens. I think that there's the potential for it to go sideways and maybe affect visibility in ways that he's not anticipating. We'll see.
Yeah, dude. Since we're at the beach, we're at the beach.
I wish.
Yeah, how far are you from the beach?
Too far. Any
You
direction
know
I
what?
drive for it, it's like 80 miles.
80 miles?
My family is 70, 70,
You know how
75.
far it is from me?
Yeah, well,
That's what
I
I'm
grew up.
saying.
I grew up like a 5-10 minute drive from the beach. So this is my natural
Uh,
habitat.
so for you,
And
that
now I
is
live
long.
in
Yeah.
the desert. Yeah.
Mm, I can see that, yeah. All right, who's number 5? Johnny 5. He is alive. I don't know how he turned like Transylvanian at the time, but like Kim
Once I get to where
Marson.
things are more stabilized, where I can take breaks from the house, it'll be easier. But Piglet has another surgery coming up, so.
Have a good day, Derek. It's 5 a.m. where he is
Oh, wow.
in Australia.
Yeah, we are. Where's my Fitbit?
Uh,
I didn't put it on.
Foster's. It's
Noon
Australian
here.
for beer. How's that, Derek? Is that okay? It's Australian for beer. I told him it's like it's hard for me to say all words and all letters in Australian accent because I can mostly just mimic word phrases I've heard already said. try to tell him that. One day I'm gonna be fluent. I'm gonna be a fluent Aussie. Okay.
I have a new friend who is Jewish, but originally from South Africa, I think he said. And listening to him half the time, I think he sounds like an Aussie. Trying to figure this accent out.
A Jewish Australian could be.
I don't know. He actually lives in Israel now, so yeah.
So we got something here from Explorify, and by all means, if you got anything you want to bring into this mix, you can. But this is the next one that I saw. There was one before this about a pillow that can like at nighttime. That's good. I don't think I want to watch that one, but I do think I need one. We don't need to talk about it. It's like, stop reminding me. There's these
You need
cool
a pillow at
pillows.
nighttime, not during the day, right?
True, but it's like like these like certain ergonomic pillows now that are better for.
I've tried some in the past, and it always went very wrong. Like, they're
Okay, well,
supposed to
fine. We're
put your
gonna go
neck
back
in the
to it
perfect
then. All
position.
right, we're going
Yeah.
back to it.
I use one that's got the little it's like chunks of
Oh,
soft foam,
you
so I
understand.
can mold it the way I
Yes.
want.
These pillows is going to keep you away from the chiropractor because
Sorry,
it's
is he?
recommended by them. If you answered this one, I
Okay.
know you wake up with neck and back pain
One of
every
those,
single morning.
one of those
Something
light,
like this
fluffy
used
No,
to
ones.
that's what I use.
Oh,
more
wait here.
support for your neck, but I realized when I laid down on it, it only had support when I was sleeping on my back. I toss and turn every single night, but I
Me
mainly end
too.
up on my side, so I'll tuck my hand under the pillow to give myself more support. I end up feeling tension on my neck, and then I cut off circulation in my hand, so I wake up with that tingling feeling in the morning. Tried to upgrade by getting this cervical pillow that has a bar of memory foam. The problem with this one is when you lay back into it, you don't sink into the memory foam. My neck's too high, which puts tension on my neck and on my lower back because I don't have proper posture. I did like for side sleepers, my hand won't fall asleep anymore because you can tuck your arm into the slot. Well, Mello took the cervical, ergonomic, and memory foam of these pillows
I'm over
and
here
made
trying
the
to fix
top pillow
my
of
posture.
2025. Made for stomach, back, side sleepers. It's chiropractor recommended, and it even has a cooling layer on top, so it's going to keep you cool the entire
Ooh, I like.
night.
Ooh,
I
did
switched
you
to this
see
because I
that?
saw it going viral all over my For You page, so I had to test it out. What's different about this one is when you lay back, you sink into the memory foam, so it forms to your body. I don't feel any tension in my neck.
I hate memory foam.
I can tuck my arms and hands into these slots, so I don't have any tension on my
But
shoulder. My neck's
though
in a good
there's
position on my
slots.
back, and my chin isn't tucked into my chest, so my airways are open. Sleeping on your stomach is dangerous, but you can do it comfortably with this pillow too. Doesn't matter how you toss and turn with this pillow, either way you lay, it's going to support you. I did hesitate a little bit because at first when I saw this, it was $100, but I was able to find this on
Whoa.
TikTok for half the price. With all the 5-star reviews, how comfy this is, and all the support it provides, it's definitely worth the price. I don't know how much longer this sale's going to last.
So
I hate memory
So
foam.
what he's telling you is go follow him on TikTok to get it for half the price. Like, what do you
The
mean?
hard
Like,
sell.
you're not selling it, but you're just like letting us know about it.
I
And,
don't
hey,
know
there's a
about you,
sale
brother,
on
but
it.
I'm not spending $50 on no damn pillow.
We spend a lot of time sleeping. Do you toss and turn?
No, not really. I mean, only if I have some pain that, like with the sciatic nerve, that kind of thing, but I'm fine. The thing about memory foam is that, like, it squishes down too much.
It wears
Like,
out
there's
over
memory
time
foam
too.
on mattresses and insoles. I have tried the pillows. I hate the stuff, and it's hot. Okay?
Well, but it's got the cool. Did you see when he did the thing? He said,
Ergonomic and memory foam of these.
"Watch
They
this."
say
It's
that.
like, let me take your shirt, and I'm just gonna go. Come here, baby. Let me show you this. Oh yeah, right there. He does that. It's like right there. He just, oh yeah. And he goes, boink, boink. Like, oh,
You
squeeze
should be
it.
doing
Oh,
commentary.
it's like squeezy squeeze. Like, okay, it's like okay. It feels like it looks. It looks like it feels good, but it also supposed to cool you or something with a cooling something something.
Because I have to have a very specific height. I can't have something that'll continue to squish, which these do. So, yeah, the pillow that I prefer, like I said, it has just like chunks of foam in it, and you can just kind of squish it to support however you want. And that's what works best for me. Yeah. But a lot of
Oh,
people like these.
interesting. Yeah. So the next one is from Explorify, and this is from February 3rd. breaking news. So if you take that with a grain of salt, the Make America Healthy Again (MAHA) movement just moved from a slogan to a mandate. As of this morning, the administration has signed an executive order targeting the toxic trio in the American food supply. The policy shift school lunch overhaul by September 30 or 26, September of 2026. All federally funded school lunches must be free of artificial dyes, red 40, yellow 5, and seed oils, soybean canola. They are returned to tallow and butter. Warning Label Act processed foods contained ingredients banned in Europe must now carry a warning label on the front of package in the U.S. Interesting. So there's a
The
few
only
more.
problem you might run into is that there are some children who come from vegan households. I I'm not going to promote that, but if that is their family's choice, then okay, they got to be able to pick stuff that doesn't have tallow or butter. The other thing is somebody could have a dairy allergy, and so they can't consume butter. But this is like the peanut debate. If you're allergic to peanuts, it's your responsibility to not eat peanuts. So pack a lunch from home. Just saying.
Colin says I had a cooling top mattress that I moved to a new place in the winter. Oh, then you moved to the winter. Okay, it took about
We
a
took
week
out.
to thaw out. It blew my mind.
Oh, it froze. What the heck?
Like in the moving van or something, moving truck.
I want to know what's in it that it would freeze. That's crazy.
Uh, cheers, Timothy. Check it out over on Rumble. Let's go. We almost had 20 in the house on the Rumble. Let's go. Almost we had a 49 with total of from the X. Shout out
My
to
brother's been sleeping
Elon.
on a waterbed for decades. I don't know how he does it. Waterbeds are terrible for my back.
Yeah, I haven't. I had one when I was a kid. That brings me back. You just went, wow, blast to the past. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
almost nobody
water
does those
beds.
anymore. Yeah,
I had one as a kid, which at that time was still considered like,
bad.
well, bad, but
Yeah.
also at the time it was considered like retro. Even then,
Yeah.
when I was like 15 and I had one or whenever it was. Um,
I remember, I think it was a couple of years ago. I was overnight there. It was probably one of the camping trips or hikes or something. Could have been as far back as when we were getting ready for Yosemite. But he's up moving things around early morning or middle of the night. I think it was late at night. And I'm like, what the heck is going on in there? And I see him taking the bedding off of it. He had a leak. The cat or something, he had a leak. So
mm,
all of his bedding was
a
wet and
cat.
he's got to
Oh,
repair it.
a cat with a waterbed? Oh man, even a dog, any animal, but a cat for sure. Like even
Yeah.
like because most people don't get the back claws declawed, and I'm not even sure about
Oh,
declawing the front anymore. You
oh no.
against
Yeah. Never
declawing?
declaw.
Yeah,
I'm a strong opponent to declawing.
yeah,
It needs to be illegal in all 50 states. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, we should talk about that
You're
sometime.
cutting off
Colin
part of their
says
toe.
right. Oh, Colin says it was solid when it was in the truck bed. Diane says, I used to have a waterbed and loved it. You loved it, Diane? You didn't find yourself. I always found, because I toss and turn, I always found myself in the crook, between the wooden, like, frame and the corner of the edge of the bed, and I'm, like,
Well,
stuck
and
down
if
in
you
there.
have a damaged back, just climbing out of it is a nightmare.
Yeah, I did break my back in high school, so I think it was after I had that waterbed. But hey,
Yeah.
I gotta. This next one's alarming, ladies and gentlemen. I guess gentlemen. For those of you that like to dye your hair unnatural colors, it says this is from Things You Don't Know from again February 3rd. Some research suggests that dyeing hair in unnatural colors is linked to higher reports reported rates of mental health instability. Researchers emphasize that this reflects a statistical correlation. That's a tough word. Not proof that hair color causes mental health issues. The findings are often discussed, in the context of self-expression and identity rather than direct causation.
Is this satire?
I don't know.
It's just funny because of all of the jokes about yeah.
There's a lot more likes than laughs. I don't
Okay.
know. Let's see.
However, I will say deleterious health effects overall, yes. When I
Correlation, not
was younger, I
causation.
dyed my hair a little bit, but I always used what they call semi-permanent, so it'd last about a month. Because I liked my hair red and, burgundy, and I never did green or
Burgundy.
blue.
Nice.
The only thing I will use now, if I do it at all, is henna, and I haven't in quite a long time. But henna improves the health of your hair, so yeah.
Henna.
That's funny though.
You can probably color your hair green with like some kind of natural like plants or something. I don't know what, but
Copper,
huh? Copper?
copper maybe.
Hmm.
See, now I wouldn't do that because I'm already enough of an erroneous stereotype. It's like I'm straight, but I buzzed my sides and I drive a suit. Take a lot of flack for this.
Why is my okay. My phone was still sitting on the song from. I was like, oh no, are we? Because earlier with the new studio, there were times where there be an overlay. I don't see it inside the studio. We look fine. We're talking to each other, and everyone is seeing something else.
Huh.
Uh, Leslie says, when I was younger, I turned a waterbed into a tidal wave. You slap a waterbed, it kind of feels like you popped a donkey. He's having lots of waterbed memories. It's funny.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm on the screen. Yeah, like this is on mine. I'm on the screen on the right, and the green hair is in the middle. It's just that we can't see you right now.
you can't see me.
No, because you're behind the thing. What?
I'm
Oh,
sitting.
wait, there
I'm
you
up
are.
here. I'm up here.
Okay, you're smaller. That's why you're like, okay. Almost got on my phone. You're really tiny. Got it.
I can kind of hide. If I want to. So, well, next we can talk about. Okay, so yeah, that's funny. I don't know. I would say at the very least, if without making it satire, you could say the chemicals that are leaching into your skull and like right to the brain, like that's a lot faster to the that's a pretty fast track to the brain because they're sitting on your head for a long time and getting washed in and like your skin absorbs things and chemicals and
Yeah.
it definitely could there could be a link, but I say it's
Yeah,
probably bad for your hair at the very least
it is.
doing that kind of stuff.
Particularly when you go to do a color like this. I know because I have friends that used to do it. Um, Mostly if you're brunette, if you have dark colored hair, you have to bleach it first. So now you've got a very harsh process to remove the existing color so that you can overlay this other color. It's very bad for the health of your hair, your scalp, all of it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting trolled now. Tala.
What?
Leslie says, Waylon, get a waterbed and shave your legs. I will show you. Oh man, he's gonna show me how the tidal wave works. Man, I know your brother. I know your experience too, man. I don't even want to know how it works. Don't tell me.
if you if you shave your legs, you have to broadcast
If I shave my legs, there's gonna be some blood. There will be blood. There will be blood
it.
with the
Come
legs.
on. Be a weird stereotype with me.
I could do nads. I have a upcoming appointment at this
That stuff
local
hurts.
spa. It's not to get a spa thing done. It's about this like uh, seminar like thing they're having there, and I thought, well, that could be interesting to maybe record for my show, and I'm like, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not, but it's something I have an appointment for. I'm surprised I still have hair. I used to bleach it all the time. Bleaching your hair, yeah, and then you have
You can destroy
like
it, yeah.
then there's like the kerosene on your head for like lice. I don't know if that's still something that should be
Oh,
done
yeah,
or if
that's
that's a
it. They
bad
did
thing.
used to do that.
Yeah.
Buy
Um,
a what is that stuff? Prid or Rid or yeah, there's a product for it. Much better than kerosene.
yeah, the hardest part is like trying to light it because you got to jump out of the bathroom as soon as you toss the match. Like
Oh, sorry, all I could think of is the Michael Jackson commercial.
I don't know what that was. Was that
Oh my
the
god,
Super
he
Bowl?
set his hair on fire. It was a Pepsi commercial
Oh,
that
did he
went
like
wrong.
by
Fireworks and
accident? Oh wow.
oh yeah.
Ew, he he did
I don't
it.
even know where that came from.
He did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's not funny, but Michael, I guess this is the story, and I don't know if it's true, but I heard it recently that like they think that they being the people I heard it from, whoever it was, they think that Michael was given puberty blockers because they
Mm,
wanted him to they wanted to keep the voice that he had as a
voice.
kid because he was such a like an angel voice as a kid as a like a young kid, and then they like wanted to keep him there, and then that eventually had ramifications clearly, and that actually turned him, as kind of how he
I'm not
became.
saying it's not a possibility, it could be, but that was so far less common then. I don't even know if it was being done at all back then.
It might have been one of the first
But
cases. I don't know.
I don't know whether this is factual or not, but I did hear a recording that was supposed to be him in his natural voice. So apparently as an adult it was an affectation. He did
Oh,
that intentionally. And I
hey,
was like,
buddy. Yeah.
wow. So,
He's got used
yeah.
to talking that way. Huh. Interesting.
Did it on purpose,
I'd be interested
the
to hear
image. Yeah.
kind of like Stefan and Steve Urkel.
Yeah. Yeah. Urkel.
Speaking of
Oh,
fake
yeah.
image, are you ready for some AI?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Bring it.
AI time about shop soursop bitters now. There's a lot of like conversation about this right now. Different apps or different stories I'm seeing come across my bow. Let's check this out.
Yeah, I had a friend
AI,
who wanted to do that.
Hi.
do this.
Yeah, because well, I'll just tell you real quick before you play it.
Sure.
Um, Chris Ruane, when he popped up and was like, I'm being held hostage in the hospital. He wanted nothing more than to get out. He wanted to come to a treatment place here in Southern California that was natural. He wanted fresh, organic soursop. He did not want chemotherapy. He was unconscious and they gave it to him. This is something that everybody needs to understand. I haven't talked very much about it because it was really a painful thing to walk through with him because we lost him. But he didn't want the modern treatment. He wanted to go natural. He spent 4 years fighting colon cancer. And by the time that he could have had some control, it was too late. But this is what he wanted to do was soursop. Yeah.
And this shouldn't be like these kind of things shouldn't be interfering with. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. That sounds
We need
ignorant.
choices.
It might interfere with some medications in some ways, but
Yeah.
many of the natural things are actually like things you could be eating in your food, and so
Yes.
they want to restrict that and then force you to take the things that are man-made because there's a pay structure behind it.
Yeah.
And I
Money.
hate to go there. I hate to go straight to that. And I talked or I was listening to another live streamer that I listen to periodically, Eddie. What's his name? Eddie something. He's a horse trainer, on Facebook. He has like 100 and something people watching him, and he's got this accent, boy. And he's got his hat, and he just tell you all how it's going, how it is,
Right.
And he's just the way he is. It's funny because he relates everything back to like the family and like how we treat each other, and like he doesn't mince any words. Pretty funny. But I disagree with him because he said something about, God said money is the root of all evil. And I'm like, no, I'm typing in there. I'm like, no, he said the love of money. And a few people are like, but hey, I was gonna say thank you. He said that. I was gonna say that. Thank you, man. Hey, yeah, oh, that felt good. Oh, the dopamine rush, feel you, thank you. And I'm like, well, yeah, because like that matters. Because listen, money, if you know what it represents, your time and effort, right? Your work is your time and effort, and it represents that, and it's basically a tool to leverage for that. Yes, there are people that game the system, right? So yeah, yes, you're just not one of those people. Sorry, maybe you're just not a thief or whatever it is that takes to do that, to run you know, what do these
Money is
call
a
those?
manifestation that comes out of your investment of time and energy.
Right.
There's a good use of manifestation.
It's
Yeah.
value. I mean, it stands for value, and it's like we would have something whether there was dollar bills or not.
You have to
Like
have
you'd
it.
be like, yeah, you'd be like, well, here's a chicken. Let me have, a quarter goat. Well, I don't know. That goat's pretty big. You're like, well, all right, damn it. Here's two chickens. And you give me half a goat. You're like, I don't know. Can we put them on the scale just to see? Because, okay. You're like, well, that became kind of annoying. And it's like, we go up to the guy now. You could say, well, you could buy half a goat for 10 coins. Okay, 10 coins. Okay,
I
do
grew
that.
up watching Little House. Dr. Baker often took bags of apples for payment. That's how it used to
Mm,
be. That was the end of the trade era right there.
right,
Yeah.
that's true. It's kind of ending. Although we could say there were people with like currency a long time like before that. Gold for sure is like has always been like almost so universal, and that's where a lot of conspiracies come from. Let's play this video. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies of like why we love gold so much. Oh, it's because of the Anunnaki, but we won't go down that path for everybody's enjoyment. Let's play this here. It's from Serene Herbs, so that must be the product. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's fun. These are interesting. I've been seeing a lot of these AI videos of like, I'm so and so. I help you with this, and it's like the AI is terrible because it's barely, how it's not really doing anything that makes sense in the video, but it does drive the point home. It's kind of cool. So here we go.
I'm probiotics. And I can't do anything when parasites are already living
Like
inside you
shooting
eating your
lasers.
food.
Hi, I'm a juice cleanse. And all I do is flood your body with sugar while the parasites inside you keep feeding.
Hi, I'm fiber
They're
supplements.
squirting into
And
it
all I
like
do is pile more
fiber.
bulk on top of a gut that's already clogged and
Bulking up
backed
the.
up.
Oh
Hi,
no!
I'm
I'm
Detox
stuck.
Tea.
I'm
And
stuck.
all I do is make you pee more while the real problems stay stuck inside
Woohoo!
your colon.
Hi, I'm laxatives. And all I do is force everything out
Laxatives.
temporarily while the parasites and buildup stay exactly where they are.
Hi, I'm Soursop Bitters. And all of these won't do anything until you
Soursop
flush out what's
bitters.
actually living inside your gut.
I have 15 African herbs that kill parasites, break down toxic buildup, and flush out pounds of waste that's been sitting in your colon for years.
Probiotics can't colonize a dirty gut. Fiber can't
It's
put
theory and it's bad
detox
science.
foods can't kill what's feeding off your food.
But I can
You
because I
think what you're
I've
hearing wasn't
researched
true at all?
this. It's bad science. It's a theory. You're not walking around with all that in it's yeah.
The whole like you've got 5 to 10 pounds of waste just in your gut at all
Yeah.
times. You don't know it. It's just in
And look,
there. Ugh.
the human body is designed to continually detox. If it didn't,
Yeah.
you'd be dead.
Yeah, like there's like your entire intestines is meant to handle that stuff. Like
Yes.
that's
It's
what it's made
designed
meant
to
for. Yeah.
ferment. It's designed to, have that biome. And if you're constantly trying to clear everything out of it, you're actually going to just destroy the biome that you need. Yeah.
Alice, I don't think that's what it meant. She says I have gray highlights naturally. Hey, look, I mean, So you might be back a little. You might be your video might be back on the bar a little bit on that one, but um, fasting helps, Colin. Yeah, I would say fasting helps.
Yes.
Which like I haven't eaten anything today, so it's like I'll fast until tonight. I don't have my son tonight, and I do have, like I told you, I got a couple of steaks, a couple of
Yeah.
ribeyes. I'm
Yeah,
excited for
giving your
my
digestive
ribeyes.
system a little bit of a break. For example, like I said, normally, except on Wednesdays, because I know I'm going to be here for a couple hours, I will go ahead and eat or be eating when we start. But normally, I don't eat until at least noon. I give my digestive system a longer break than I used to because the fats that I'm eating keep me satiated and I don't wake up starving anymore because I'm not doing the spike crash with carbs. So, yes, you can actually fast longer if you're eating the way that I am.
I've thought about doing the 3 day fast. We've talked about it before, and man, I'm just like I'm so like I'm what's the word where I'm enamored by. I'm like I'm courting it. I'm courting the 3 day fast. One day, you and me, 3 day fast. We'll do it together. I can't. There's something other word I can't think of right now, but it's like
If you
I fantasize about it. Maybe it's like maybe I know I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it one day. Like I'll do it sometime. Kind of like similar to like all New Year's resolutions that you don't follow through with. Like, oh man, I'm gonna do it this
try
time.
first, rather than cutting off all sources of nutrients, try first doing a kind of fast like that with broth, in particular
Broth,
bone broth.
yeah.
And in particular, you want a bone broth that's high in protein. You
Instead
can
of
get
a
those.
juice cleanse, you can do a bone
Yeah,
broth
you don't wanna do
cleanse
sugar.
and not just
Sugar
water.
will
Yeah.
completely ruin the point. People do this. They do juice, they do,
There's a lot of people that
they
do.
suck on lollipops. You're completely destroying the intended purpose of it. You're not gonna get apoptosis is what they're after. You're not gonna get anywhere near it.
What is that?
Um,
Ap-
cleansing out old cells. It's the cell
ah,
death process. But Fire and
interesting.
Kettle, I think, is the brand. They make a bone broth that is very high protein. So try that first and see how your body handles it. Because just somebody who's not experienced with it, just cutting off all food and doing nothing but water, it's rough.
Just the dew of a flower leaf while meditating in the corner of a cave at the top of a mountain, only living on the dew of the grass.
Supposedly, some guru that's never eaten anything in years and years.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you just stay frozen maybe at the top of the
Did he
mountain.
weigh 600 pounds when he started?
Right. I don't know if that can even like can you if you are a fat person you still have to have water, right? But then
Yes.
how long do you think you could go? It's not equal to just hey how fat I am, how I could go this long. You still
So
can die
technically,
with being fat.
if
Like
your yeah, if your body is accustomed to burning fat, technically you could probably sustain for quite a while. But the problem is part of what triggers that process is consuming fats. So if you're not getting any fats, here's what's going to happen. And this is the reason I said you must do this correctly if you want to do ketosis. Fats are essential. They are not optional. No matter how you
right.
eat, you must get some fats. It doesn't matter if you're getting it from nuts like cashews, macadamia nuts, things like that. Your body requires fats. If you
I'm
don't
trying to eat
consume
more
them,
avocado, but
they call
it's
it
hard for
protein
me.
poisoning or
Oh
rabbit
really?
starvation.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can't get certain nutrients and you will eventually die. You have to have fats. So, if you look at it from that perspective, even if you're not consuming protein, if you're not consuming anything at all, there is a limit. The Bible talks about Jesus, Yeshua, fasting 40 days. Okay. To my understanding, that's about the limit. After that, you start taking some damage.
Yeah,
I
I
know
can't
people have gone
imagine
longer,
doing
but
that. Like, do you think they still drink? Do you think they drink broth or water during that time
a true
in
fast
in the
is nothing but
scriptures?
water.
Right.
So
But
you can
that's
choose
water
to
with like
fast
real
from
minerals
items.
in it, and not like chlorine and and
Yeah,
bleaches.
don't drink tap water, you guys.
Like yeah, like I could fast on tap water. Or like
You know,
your drinking water
electrolyte
that doesn't
water.
have stuff in it. Yeah, it has to have electrolytes in it. That's the thing.
And I drink alkaline water often, but not exclusively because only drinking alkaline water can also cause problems. So the solution is kind of to do alkaline water with electrolytes. Yeah.
This next one's a video. It looks like an advertisement from Dr. Royal Rife's Healing Legacy. Feel like yourself again, naturally. Here we go. Naturally. Are you ready, Tala? This is natural. All natural. Might be
This
loud.
is the discovery Royal Rife tried to tell us about. He found that specific frequencies could destroy pathogens without harming healthy tissue. The microscope
My
footage is
guts. Look
haunting.
at my
Parasites
guts.
exposed to
Oh.
728 hertz, paralyzed within seconds, completely destroyed in 5 minutes. Imagine what this could have meant for your health.
They
But
just
here's the
played it for
question
me. I
nobody's
heard
asking.
it.
If this worked in
Uh,
1934, where did it go? Why are you still in pain? Why are you still taking pills that don't fix anything? Recent testing of popular frequency apps reveals a disturbing truth. None generate pure sine waves, not one. When analyzed with an oscilloscope, they show digital approximations, choppy, distorted, ineffective. You've been listening to static, not healing frequencies. Phone speakers cannot produce the analog frequencies required for cellular penetration. It's physically impossible. And the apps are delivering noise to your ears, not signals to your cells. YouTube frequency videos, same fatal flaw. Compressed audio files, digital artifacts, zero therapeutic value. You thought you were healing. You were just listening.
Do you
And
think
here's
this
the
guy's
part that should
AI?
make you angry. Real frequency devices that generate pure sin
He
waves
seems real
cost
to me.
$10,000 to
Hard to
$20,000.
tell
Most
anymore,
people
like on
can't
a
afford legitimate
small
frequency
picture.
therapy, and that might be intentional. Think about it. If everyone had access, how many medications would people stop buying? Follow the money. It always tells the truth. But there's hope. The Calminity frequency system changes this equation completely. It generates frequencies through two simultaneous mechanisms, pure analog sine waves delivered as sound, and electromagnetic PEMF waves delivered directly to your cells. This is what your body has been waiting for. Oscilloscope analysis confirms perfect sine wave generation, zero distortion. Medical grade quality at a fraction of the cost. Clinical observations over 3-week trials show patterns that are impossible to ignore. Sleep quality improves dramatically using 528 hertz for cellular repair. Chronic pain, the kind that's been with you for years, reduces with 174 hertz therapy. Inflammation that nothing else could touch, significantly reduced. People are waking up feeling like themselves again. For the first time in years, their bodies
That's
are healing
proof.
instead of deteriorating. The technology gap has been
How good they
closed.
felt.
Authentic frequency therapy is no longer locked behind a $15,000 price tag. Right now, 50%
Oh,
off with free shipping
50%
and a 1-year
off.
warranty included. Plus the frequency healing protocol guide worth $97, completely free. The research is crystal clear. Apps and YouTube
So what?
videos
It's only 7,000.
real frequency devices do.
Right,
The
there's
physics
no
simply
prize,
doesn't
but
allow
it's
it.
like
For those who've been suffering,
physics simply doesn't allow you to make this sound any other way, Tala, unless you pay the price. If you don't pay this price, you cannot recreate that.
Look, there is some legitimacy to sound waves
Think
as
so?
therapy.
What
Um,
he's saying?
for this, I don't know. But for example, my physical therapy place has something that I can't afford, but I was given a free trial when my neck was out. And it's called Shockwave. And it is amazing. As I understand it, it's a combination of electrical and sound wave. And it helped me recover. And it can therapeutically start to break down scar tissue on the inside, things like that, which I could use that on both shoulders because I've had surgery. I could use it a few places, but I can't afford it. Insurance won't cover it yet. I'm going to fight for that. Um, so yeah, there's some validity to the idea, but I mean, is he? I was trying to understand. Is he saying for killing parasites? I mean, where was he going with that?
Basically, what it looks like is this device is programmable for different things, and some of it is parasitic, some of it is like uh, anti-inflammatory. Like he just named off basically like it's the heal all, cure all for all things that are all knowing and all
Which you
seeing.
always want to be cautious with, like with herbal supplements. I forgot to say earlier. When you have an herbal supplement that's a big combination of stuff, you actually increase your risks. So anything that claims to be a catch-all makes me suspicious.
There's all these like, okay, here we go. I just bought one. It'll come with directions to on how to use the headphones correctly. I also added the vibrational speaker. Does it also come with some type of chart showing what frequency helps with what and directions to set it up? I'm excited. I hope it truly. I hope it's truly what he's saying. There's wow, it keeps going. There's at least there's only one one laugh. I thought it was funnier than that. Also, how do I combat the harmful radiation being pumped through the whole world and every house? Does the radiation that is being emitted from all the towers and our routers going to cancel out the frequency when it listens to when I'm listening to it?
Well,
What?
yeah, Rogan, I
Okay.
think now is on this thing about our Wi-Fi. Like, our Wi-Fi is apparently killing us, and we should turn it off at night. How am my family supposed to get a hold of me? I don't have a signal in my house.
See, there is something to this. Like, I was watching another video. I might have saved it on my page, but at the top of this list, we're moving over to my page. I've been saving it over there instead. This video about like not to put the cell phone, not to touch the cell phone to your skin when you're talking on it, and not to put it in your front pocket if you want your,
I mean, are we supposed to carry it around on the end of a stick? I mean, it's
I carry it like this.
I'm gonna huck it down the street and I'll catch up to it. What?
Like it's
There's
touching my
only so much
skin,
we
but I don't
can
know
do.
what to do about that. It's just touch my skin.
I'm Generation X. If the garden hose didn't kill me, and neither did the copper tone, I think I'm okay.
Well, I don't. I think the rest of this is him just like him just selling it. Sound meditation gong baths are a way that I have allowed to help me heal from PTSD, brain trauma, and other physical.
Yeah,
That's kind of yeah.
valid.
I've seen these the bowls, the sound bowls.
Yes. Singing, yeah, I love those. Also, uh binaural music. Have you seen these videos where you hold the phone here and it bounces between dude, I'll send you a link. So, I tried it several weeks back for the first time and I
Mm-hmm.
closed my eyes and it was the wildest thing. You're familiar with EMDR, right? Eye movement desensitization. It's used for PTSD.
No, I'm not familiar
Okay,
with
so
it.
I was familiar with this maybe a decade ago. I had a counselor who had offered it to me. But when I put the phone here and I closed my eyes automatically started tracking with the sound. And I was like, holy moly, it's EMDR and it's automatic. So one person
It's
was
going with the
like, be
sound.
careful with that because you need to have guidance with it. I'm like, okay, but I'm not delving into a trauma. I'm just listening to
You
it
need
to
to
calm
have
my nervous
guidance.
system. Yeah, I mean, if you're delving into a trauma, then yes, you should
Okay.
be face to face with a counselor to do EMDR. You
Well,
should.
aren't I getting sound from like on both sides of
It's
my head
different.
right now? No.
It's different. This is it. The sound
Like
bounces.
like the whole time we're talking, my my eyes just start
Yeah,
going.
your eyes are not doing that. So EMDR is the eye movement desensitization. I can't remember what the R stands for. It's used for PTSD therapeutically. It's a valid treatment. It's helped a lot
Interesting.
of people. But yeah, if you're going to actually do that and delve into trauma, then be face to face with a trained therapist to do that, please. But as far as calming your nervous system, those little soundtracks, the music that does that and holding it here, it just instantly I was like, huh.
Interesting.
And
So,
I have a very high stress nervous system.
is it like a trance it can put you in with a professional? Like,
I suppose it
what's
could.
the
I mean, all
why is it?
hyp
What's the
God,
danger of it? I guess.
hypnotization, all
Sure.
hypnosis is self-hypnosis.
Sure.
Anybody tells you otherwise, they're a liar. All
Interesting.
hypnosis is self-hypnosis. It's a choice. Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, first of all, you chose to go there if you did it at a professional's, you know,
Yeah. But
awful
I've
sleep.
had people try to hypnotize me. They can't because I don't want to. You know,
I've never tried, but there's also a test to find out if you're susceptible to it. And I guess there are some people that are just less susceptible to it, and it doesn't really, I guess, doesn't have to doesn't necessarily pertain to intelligence, but it might pertain to the will to say, no, this is bullshit. I mean, this is like, this is like nonstop
doesn't.
saying that to your in your head.
Yeah, I grew up listening to, if you want to look him up, Roy Masters. I grew up listening to that. My parents got into his stuff when I was very young. So I was raised understanding and being able to practice that type of meditation from about 6 years old. So I'm very familiar. And so when someone like Dr. Heath, he uses the low, slow voice at the end of his midday mindset if he's doing, some kind of
Right.
meditation with people. And the second I hear him drop into that, I'm like, it's like my red flag goes up because I'm aware it is a type of, again, it's self hypnosis if
So,
you choose to delve into that. But see, I don't trust
Roy,
other people
are you
to
there?
to feed something into my head in that state. Yeah.
That was Roy. There's like a whole like everything you need to know about about him here.
The heck?
If you are if you are for what is truly right, Roy Masters was telling me, then everything else that is wrong, but seems like it is right, is shown up in contrast to it.
Yeah. And you know what? He was, I've been face to face with these people. You've heard me talk about the private co op school. It was the foundation school. I don't think I've ever said that on camera before, but that's my background. That's why I'm so
I don't. I haven't
cautious
heard of
about
it. The
cult
foundation school.
environments, you
Uh
know.
huh.
He um he had a radio show. That's what we used to listen to, and he was a very unpleasant individual when it came to speaking to people. He's very cut and dry, which I
Mm.
obviously am, but the way that he would respond to people was mean. And then it would be, well, don't resent it. Now, there's some validity to say that if you're offended, it's a choice. Dr. Heath teaches this. You've chosen to be offended. But the way that Roy went about it, he tore people down. Like to tell them, you're upset about this and, that this is your problem and that kind of thing, and then cut them off, hang up on them. You have then torn someone down, but not given them a tool to rebuild with. That's not mentorship, it's abuse. And
Have you?
that's the stuff that I was taught.
Yeah, that's across the line for sure. Do you know who Jesse Lee Peterson is?
I'm not sure.
He makes
Mm.
me laugh just thinking about him because that man will just. In fact, I think I could probably even play a little piece of Jesse Lee Peterson. If I'm saying it right, this is it here.
But yeah, I'm always about giving people tools. You know what I mean? Like, I deliver some pretty hard messages, but I'm always going to give you a direction to go from there.
Um,
I almost feel like I may have heard the name Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't know.
what would I call like a like quick clips of him saying crazy shit? Like I don't want to just I don't want to. We're not going to sit and watch like big old like clip of him. I want to just find like
Shorts. In YouTube, they're called shorts.
yeah, I guess we just yeah that makes sense.
I think they actually have a tab for shorts now. Amazing, he always says.
Yeah, he does. Amazing.
Do you
Amazing.
support affirmative action?
Affirmative action, I don't know, because on one end, I go back to what you say, which I
This
agree
is
with.
15 minutes long.
It's a,
This isn't a short. This will be shorts. Like, this is the only short here, I guess.
Rebuilding the home by rebuilding the man is
yeah,
his
so
motto. That's a good thing.
he does. I agree with a lot of what he says, but man, he will just,
Is he harsh?
yes, he guts
Okay.
people like.
Progressive. I want to see
I mean,
progress
I am too, but
in that
Uh,
sense, but by the
so it made me
dictionary
think of him.
definition, I guess so. The problem is that you might have some ideas
It's only
about
1
what
minute.
is implied by the political term progressive that maybe I agree with, maybe I don't, but I definitely want to see, humanity progress.
And one of the reasons I'm concerned about you being a progressive is that
Me specifically, or all progressives?
all men,
Men, only
Yeah.
men.
only men.
Progressive women don't concern you.
It's normal, abnormal for women to be progressive
Interesting.
or liberal, but it's abnormal for a man to be a liberal or progressive. It's a sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know that.
Because real men are conservative, Republican, and strong in
Wow.
nature. So I'm concerned if you're a liberal or progressive.
If I became conservative, would I no longer be beta?
You become alpha.
Well, something to think about.
Yeah.
so I mean,
just
obviously with
out
my
there.
personality, as far as women go, I'm on the alpha side. I don't usually say that out loud because I think that it's I'm going to say this in a funny way. It's beta to have to say that you're alpha. You know what I mean? So, but I know that I'm a
Right.
strong personality, and
That's
it is my
true.
survival instinct. It is because I have had a very hard life when it comes to my health. That's just who I am because I have to be. Um, but I have friends who are blue voters that I completely respect. We disagree politically, but I don't automatically consider them to be beta. And some of them are very intelligent men. I just found that weird. It's like, oh, it's natural for women to be progressive. I'm not
He
progressive.
is a little bit of a misogynist for sure. Like he's very
Yeah.
the man is
Which,
in
if I want that, I'll open a Andrew Tate video.
yeah, yeah. But he's also he's like a minister too or something like that. So like there's an angle to it as far as like the roles in the family and stuff. Again, I don't agree with everything he says, but he does just tear some people up, and he says some shit that's just wild. I haven't watched him in a long time, but man, because it's just too much sometimes. Like I just
Yeah.
can't watch this all the time. But the way he just starts going and well, because you're this and like
He has a different approach to being a Christian. Yeah, it sounds like it.
yeah, he is very
Little bit cringe there. I mean, okay, let's be fair. I have a different approach to being a Christian too. And it's one of the reasons that I retired from ministry because I teach the hard lessons. I'm the one who will be the first one to go, "What? Oh no, money's not the root of evil." Okay? The love of money is. All of my sermons were that way. I tackled the hard stuff. I got to the root meaning of words. I taught why these things are that way. I went from, I studied the culture, the original languages, broke down the words, and I tackled the popular myths. And people don't like that because they want to be in their comfort zone. And I got tired of the fight. Like you don't want to hear it, so okay. Now I've recently come out and started kind of teaching again on X of all places because people wanted it, but it's you never know from one day to the next. Somebody wants to hear it and maybe one person got something good out of it, but you pissed off 20 other people. You want to talk about uncomfortable? That's hard. So I kind of have to gauge where am I speaking, where am I teaching, and see like, do you really want to hear it? If you want to hear it, I'll tell you. But you might not like it.
I kind of feel you there because I know it's totally different, but it feels a similarity where I sort of came out of the cannabis closet, and then it's like, let me just be
Yep.
public about this, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of the people who maybe I can't read other dimension or other timelines, so maybe they would have backed me a little bit more on just
Yeah.
the nice the veggies and stuff and things like that. If you just would have not done the other things,
Don't rock the boat.
right? And so
It took me
similar.
a while. I didn't want to be public about it. I like it took me quite a while And that's also one of the reasons it took me a little while to get to know you because I was like, this guy's very open about this, you know? I was like, is this all he talks about?
I try not to make that my center of attention, but it
But
is
it is
hard.
important. You're doing something important. I want that to be clear. If I didn't believe in that, if I didn't believe in what you're doing, if I didn't support, I wouldn't be sitting here hosting with you. You know, this is my endorsement.
Well, thank you. I like to think of it, if we had to go into it in religious terms, I like to think of it as, God loves his sinners, and also the fact that Jesus didn't always go to, he wasn't going to the churches. He's going down into the brothels and the bars, and he's going into places where it's like we need like, how do we put this, in the evolution from a someone being, maybe a net negative to society, we'll say someone who's got a lot of bad going on and doing bad because they just are depressed and all this, you name it, all the way to the other sort of end, which is a successful person doing what they want, having happy and happiness, if you want to just simplify it. That spectrum, you need people along the way that are sort of like a bridge. And
Yeah.
I feel like you need somebody that's like, hey, there's another way you can do some of this over here. You don't need to go to those pills or bury yourself in the bottle. Or what do you say? Like, drown yourself in the
Yeah.
bottle. Or the other, suicide. 22 veterans a day. I don't know. We've been saying that for years. Is that still the still the number? I have no idea.
Yeah, has it changed? We don't know.
Right. And so I went from I didn't care, I didn't give a f to, hey, this at least allows me to feel like I have something to look forward to, goals, and there's aspirations, and I have all these ideas from it, and there's so much positive. But I'm also never afraid to talk about the negatives. Like today,
Yeah.
I'm reading a little funny, but hey, I took almost a gram of Fico, which a lot of people would go, and it's like, for me, I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel good, and I didn't have to put smoke into my lungs, and
Yeah.
it's a good day. So I'm not trying to justify it, but I just like to analyze things from both angles. And
That's valid, you know. Look, when I was doing the heart awareness videos every day for February, Heart Disease Awareness Month, I had somebody who popped up with a statistic, and it was like 1 in 3 women still dying of heart disease, and he says awareness fail. I think not. Okay. First of all, I am not responsible for other people's choices. If
mm,
I took responsibility for what other people decide to do with the information, I would never do any of this. I'm not responsible for what you decide to do. When I tell you XYZ is poison, you should get up and move. If you choose not to do that, this is the same thing I said. If you come to me for advice, I'm going to give it to you, but you got to decide to do something. If you come to me and listen to my message and it pisses you off, maybe good, right? Maybe because you need to think, but you're free to come go, right? You don't have to be here. If you're not ready to hear it, I'm not the teacher for you because I'm going to be very direct. I'm probably going to piss you off. I just,
or I mean, efficiency too. I mean, think about it. Like, do you want to be, you know, I don't know what the opposite would be.
I don't have time to hold hands. That's it.
Yeah, like it just takes too long. So you're saving time by just cutting straight to the chase.
I'm not a life coach. I'm not. I'm a teacher, and so you choose to learn from it or you don't. It's that simple. And I know that upsets a lot of people, but I'm very upfront about it. I had one yesterday that I had to put him in the corner for a while. I blocked him and then I unblocked him because all he was doing was complaining and whining on my post and saying basically, I was dealt a shitty hand. My life is terrible. And I'm like, what anybody did when you were a kid, irrelevant. We're here now. You make your choices. That's the way that I speak to people. And I know that it doesn't go over well with everyone, but it's okay because, like, the one who comes to me and says, "You know what?" Like I did with my mentor, "I'm ready for hard knocks because I need to fix this shit." That's the people I want. I want the ones who are ready to do that work.
Listen, if there's one thing I can tell you, Tala, and I gotta tell you this right now, is don't talk to me like that. Okay? Hey, listen, Jess says if you charge people for advice, they tend to not to get mad at you. If you give free advice, they tend to get mad. Is that
Depends.
something? I've never heard this. I hit the like button, but I don't know if that's a thing.
It depends.
Sounds
You
interesting.
know, the idea is value for value, but sometimes they
Right.
get mad and then they unsubscribe. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Oh, for sure, people get mad. Oh, trust me. Like, and I, and this is like, oh man, the stark difference between like someone I believe I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Do you do any sort of giveaways or anything in your subscription? Right.
Not
So
currently.
the different, and that's fine. But my point is like the difference between those who build up a community without needing to do any sort of giveaways, and then the people that have felt entitled that not, and I don't mean the people watching currently. I mean the people who have left my community who were there for a year or more because I tweaked the rules a little bit. Still giving hundreds of dollars away a week. Still, like it's still hundreds of chances to win a month for one
Yeah.
prize. Like, and it's just what? Like, it's just crazy. And I've talked about it before. We're not trying to go down that. I'm trying to beat that dead rabbit or whatever you call it down the hole.
My
But
approach is different, yeah. I mean, it's cheap. Like, let's say on X. I can't remember what I set it to on my Substack. It's similar, but on X it's $4. Okay, I don't get all of that $4, but most of it is
right,
$4 a month. Okay, so understand that I give away a lot of free content. I have for a decade. I will always have free content because I know not everybody can subscribe to everybody they want to.
sure,
And so the choice is one, you are supporting what I'm doing because you value that. That's first. You just want to support what I'm doing. Second, you get a little bit more in-depth content. You get more personal interaction. So that's two reasons to subscribe right there. But yeah, foremost, because you want to support what I'm doing, because you're saying, thank you, I value this. That's it. That's why we have sites like Buy Me a Coffee and why we have things like Venmo and PayPal and all of this. You can subscribe, you can donate, you can do all that stuff. I think we still have the tip jar on Twitter, X, sorry. Um I don't
mm.
know, they keep changing stuff. I can't be sure. Let's
Twix.
find
Some
out.
some call it Twix. Alice. Okay, let's go. I see Diane.
Yeah, we
I
still have
only
a tip.
saw. I only still have one. I only saw Alice on the comments. If you guys comment below the post, I'm trying to encourage more comments because those comments stay as the live chat disappears after the show.
Oh
So
yeah.
I feel like I don't know, it leaves a more lasting impression that hey, there was an audience here watching this show. Yeah, there's a little tiny chat box on the screen, but can't really even read it. I mean, it just kind of shows that there's somebody saying something somewhere. And anyway, back to the wheel.
I
So
see that comment from McClure. I've had to put people like that out of my life. I've been doing a lot of that this year. Like, if somebody wants to separate themselves, okay. You know? And some people, they go so off the rails that I just, I don't want to be associated. And I won't even allow them to follow my account anymore. That's a thing too. You can remove
yeah,
someone, and I encourage that sometimes because you just don't want to be around certain behaviors, you know?
I have a problem with that though. Hey Don, got you on the wheel here. How are you today? I have a problem with that. It's very easy to come up with, you know, to make a dummy account, and it's like I feel like there's one
Yeah,
in
it's better
particular
if they
that
choose to leave.
I just let one of them stay, and I just you know battle it the best way I can. And as far as like, hey, if you come at me, I will equal you know, I will be your immovable object. But otherwise, just You go graze
Boundaries.
over there on that hill over there. You graze over there. You get fat, you get full. You have a wonderful day. But over here,
2026 is the year of boundaries.
all right.
We used to do that on the BBS, by the way. It was, if you deleted someone, if you booted them off the bulletin board system, they would just come back. So just a new account. So I used to profile, find out what would aggravate them into leaving because now they've made their own choice. This is if someone was disruptive, you guys, not just I don't like their name. If they were disruptive to the system. And if they would leave on their own, they wouldn't come back. So it works.
Yep. Everybody who came over to Rumble gets another spot on the wheel. Let's see. That's everybody. It's time to spin the wheel. I got to do some Rumble Premium time this month, so I was doing
Catch
that.
up on the comments. I'm alpha. Just ask my husband.
Yeah. I told her, I said, I believe you, Alice.
Yeah. Can't blame your parents your whole life. I like that. Yeah, that's true. That's basically what I was telling this person yesterday.
Seriously, I can't switch you now. Okay, let's do this. Switch you this way.
It's the Tala show again.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So like I'm thinking about, I've been working on my next game for next month. We still have 2 more Sundays in this month.
Wow. Yeah, we're
Isn't that crazy?
halfway through.
So 2 more Sundays, and so we got 2 more playthroughs of. Do you remember the name? Lucky Fox. FUX. Lucky Fox. Anyway, it's a fun game. We play it on Sundays. All right, let's go. Wheel of Destiny of the Indoor Farmer door prize. Let's go. This is the part
Yeah, I
where
was gonna say we need wheel music.
yeah, we have this is the chill, this is the reggae, I believe.
That would work. You need some reggae
Tala
for it.
sounds great. Well, Andrew, you can, if you follow her on Facebook, a lot of times she posts her videos there, but if you follow her on X, I think you probably see her more often.
Where's he at?
Andrew on Facebook. He also comes on Rumble too, but
I'll switch to my First Light Warrior.
Diane, it looks like maybe James. James, are you here? Looks like it's gonna hit James, possibly Kayla. I don't think it's gonna go that far.
James P.
James P, are you here? He didn't really comment other than the 40 stars that he sent me. He said the Tala show will be great. It sounds great. Yo.
I see that.
Say again?
Well, I actually host X Spaces. And I did one every week through February. I'm not doing them every week now, but maybe 1 or 2 a month. Yeah.
Still here, James?
Paging James P.
Well, I have to wait a good minute or so because of the 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Give him time to type. Okay. I see it on Facebook now. I don't think he's kind of the type that isn't looking for anything. But it's more the reason to put those types on the wheel. Just I was playing VR today before the show for like 2 hours. It was exciting. and I think I was playing for a while with the live stream off again because I hit the locals button again this morning. That's why I'm not going to click locals anymore. No, it limits it at 2 hours. So
Oh.
then if I'm live on like my gaming page or whatever, shouts out to WTIF Gaming on Facebook. Let's go. And yeah, but I had some fun. I had some fun playing today. Played a game called Asgard's Wrath, and you're kind of like going through all these different areas that are god related, as far as like Egyptian gods and all these different like very Egyptian style, areas. Alice, I see you with those lucky clovers. They did it for you. She manifested it. See that? The positive energy she gave. She didn't say in the comments, "Oh shucks, I never win nothing." She didn't say that. What she said was, "Ching ching ching, where the clover's at?" And it was like, whoa, came out of nowhere. First time today, the dogs are finally taking a nap. I mean, that's no small wheel either. I mean, that wheel is like it's a beefy wheel. A lot of double. A lot of people that have
Yeah.
multiple spots on it. But congrats, Alice. Okay, well, Tala, tomorrow we're doing current events on People in the Boxes. So we do that once a month.
That's a loaded topic.
It is, but it is also the way that you word it has to have to do with something that you experienced. So it could be about a intense event happening in the world, but it could be about like your perspective on it, meaning like this is I saw this, and when I saw it I thought this, and whatever. It can be totally about that, but also most people use their current stories about like something that had happened in their life in the last month, and so we get to kind of learn about what's going on with each other, and but also it allows us to have time to bring up those kind of things. So I like to think of it as like very politics light, but also we don't shy away from the topics, especially if there's something to be said on both sides. And I really try to steer the boat away from just the bickering back and forth. And so I steer it over to like, hey, we can move on from this, but hey, if there's something to clarify, let's look it up. If you have, where are you finding it?
Productive.
That's where I go. It's like, look, yes, not everything on the internet is true, and yes, not everybody knows how to search things properly. So therefore, if you want to argue until you are freaking bomb pop colored in the face, and me too, then I'm gonna say, look, this is where I found it. I'm searching it right here. I'm finding it. You can do the motherfucking same and tell me where you found it. And if you can't, you can say, well, look, and then you just kind of like start like backpedaling, arguing around it or whatever it is. That to me bothers me because it's like, look, you can say that my source is wrong all day long. Give me something else,
Yeah.
Tell me where I'm wrong about it. Like,
I mean, I always hate to say the words "prove it" because it sounds antagonistic, but
it doesn't
just
have to be
back it up with
proof.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It doesn't have to be definitive, but
Give
give
me
me
something to
something.
look up. Yeah.
Right? Like it doesn't have to be, look, I'm going to give you all the details of how it's all perfectly laid out. But like, hey, did you find it? Like, was it just on a whim you heard it? Just say that. Like, hey, man, I don't know. I say it all the time. I don't remember where I heard it, but I think I heard this about this, I think I said it today. And it's like, you can say that and then say, hey, well, let's look it up then.
Yeah.
Like, hey, okay. Who would have thought? Anyway, I think it's time to go. Tala, thank you once again. Good show. I think.
Of course.
Let me check here. I think I need to do another raid. Maybe we'll do a raid again today. Do you know the raids, Tala?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
I have to do 2 more this month. Last time we did a raid, we raided this channel of Indiana bird, squirrels, and wildlife feeder cam,
Squirrel.
a feeder cam, and so that was good people. And then what I do is I go to entertainment, and then I look for somebody that's somewhere around our numbers to try to help the little guys that some seem like they're around my level, but like not the weird ones. Like Foodie Beauty gets the bees in business rolling again. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. She looks like she's gonna be eating it with a funnel and a tube after somebody has blended it right next door.
Yikes.
I've seen that. That's crazy. Have you seen that? There's like a reality show about it one time about feeders, they call it, and like it's a whole thing where people pay to watch these people eat as much as they possibly can. And it's such a
um,
weird, gross, grotesque thing for
mukbang.
both people, both sides, not just the person on the both sides of the camera. What?
Yeah,
Sorry.
mukbang videos of eating
Oh
people
yeah,
watching people eat, and yeah, it's and I hate ASMR, first of all. So I don't need to listen to someone chewing and slurping their food. It grosses me out. So
depends on the sounds. Like if they're just like doing something for just the sounds, or if it's just like a nice someone with a not like a very very quiet set, and they're just being very like
no,
quietly talking. No.
creeps me out. I don't like any ASMR. I don't like it.
Or
Brushing stuff, eating stuff,
it kind of
getting some
reminds
kind of
me.
weird voice.
So I played World of Warcraft back in the day, and we would get on these like team speak things where you'd be like on Discord or
Yeah,
whatever, and you didn't see each other, you didn't know what each other looked like, but you know each other's character looked like. Oh,
yeah.
Tala's the level 75 monk.
Dungeons and Dragons
She's
Online.
Right. Well, so we're playing, and I remember, and I've told this story before, but like I remember, I ran a guild for a while. It was called the Smokers Elite because I joined a group of friends who were already playing the game. This older guy who had a group called the Smokers Union, which is a whole bunch of older folks that didn't really like. They weren't like go gung ho. Let's do something big in the game. They just kind of played like kind of lightly and just kind of played around and ran around, did little things, and the reason they were called the Smokers Union was because they were people who smoked cigarettes, and they all could take a break at the same time and have like I don't know, it was their way of like connecting to each other. Because oh no, it was because they wanted a group of other people who understood. Hey, I'm gonna go have a smoke break, and that way everybody would do it at the same
Yeah.
time. Anyway, it kind of made sense, but they didn't really play that much. And so I built off of it and said the Smokers Elite being the people who actually were like trying to do something in the game. We ended up being a pretty fairly, higher level guild. But the reason I'm bringing this up is that we would get big enough to where we would do these raids of 25 people, and there'd be 25 people listening to just my voice. And I would be like, okay, everybody, I'd be, and obviously there's 25 people listening now, but my point is these people were all like waiting for instructions on what to do next and things like that, and they're like, all right, Tala, come over to the get over to the spot. Okay, get ready. All right, we're gonna bring, and it's like everyone's just in working in sync, kind of like a synchronized dance or something, because that's really what it is. It's like there were like formulas on how to beat the boss. Like, okay, at this time you have to go over here, and okay, at this time move. Like it was a dance. It was very
Yeah.
methodical like that. Anyway, it was bringing me back. Sorry, I was way back because I just felt like it was like ASMR before I knew about ASMR, because it was just me, and I would be talking very like, okay, we're gonna go ahead, and it was, I can't even really recreate it,
I'd
but
probably be the player that would be like, "Dude, just talk natural. You're pissing me off."
no, like everybody was, everyone liked how I was doing it. I wasn't talking like, okay, I wasn't really, okay, so ASMR was probably be like, and next you'll be like, it's a little bit worse than what I was doing. I was just
That's
talking very
terrible.
steady. I was talking very steady, and I kind of like at a cadence. in the raids. Okay. Anyway, back to reality here. Let's see. Reality-based Rumble Revolutions. What? Token Choke Gaming.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
that seems somewhat interesting. Oh, this guy. Yeah, we've rated him before. Hellraiser from 1987 commentary. That's one of my favorite scary movies. I don't like the other. Like, I definitely like Pinhead over like Freddy and the other like weird, scary guys. Stand-up comedy live. We've seen that a couple times. Let's just view all. That fat lady might be the one, you guys.
Oh my
She
god.
said, or bikinis. We got bikinis. We got other bikinis. We got Detroit Retro Afternoon Edition. Wednesday streamage. Trump Epstein together. Wednesday streamage. Summer electro hits. Yeah, it's music. Best BTV. There's 14 people watching it. BTV, like not good TV.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, I don't want to click on it because I'm on Facebook right now. So we have to find someone who's not
Indiana
just doing.
Wildlife. Ooh.
We did that. Well, yeah, we already
Oh,
just did
that's the
that.
squirrel one. Yeah.
Wolfpack Productions, a variety show. Oh, the Anunnaki Connection. Fireplace 3D sounds. Oh, that sounds peaceful.
True. Mesmerizing.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna raid. All right, everyone, we're about to raid the next channel, which is going to be all about relaxation and fire stuff. That's very short. It's like 8 seconds.
You just threw this out.
You can hear the jump cut.
World's fastest raid.
Do you hear the fire? It's only about 8
No.
seconds of sound. Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Confirm raid. Something went wrong? What do you mean something went wrong? I've rated the stream, okay.
Huh.
So I hear
Weird.
it. I think the audience might hear it
I mean, I
too.
can barely hear something, so there's something there. Yeah. But you know, I can
Crackle.
never hear stuff clearly on mine.
Yeah, it's something to do with the way that they block the sound from the.
I can hear it on my phone. Yeah.
Let me look at this and see if it counted as a raid. That's all that matters.
I mean, if it's short like that, they're not live, right?
Maybe that's the problem, but I thought that, yeah, they're live. They have 13 live viewers.
Weird.
It's a live chat. Might have to do it, try it again. You must wait 10 minutes between raids. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's fine. I'm out. Let me
Oh,
pause
well.
that. Yeah, that's not happening today, folks. You don't have to go
All of these
home,
limitations.
but you can't stay here. Right. Channel has rated. It says it has rated. Okay. It says it over here. So,
Okay.
whatever. Hey, have a good day with the fire, guys. Have a nice crackle and pop. Well, this would be a nice thing to listen to while you take a nap, too. Yes. And then listen
On your
to me
ergonomic
speaking.
pillow.
Yes. Much loved, Leslie. That's some good hearing. She loves it. She can hear a bubble across the house. Oh, snap. You got some jokes today, Leslie. All right, Tala, we'll see you later tomorrow, guys, 8 o'clock Central Time for People in the Boxes. And follow Tala if you'd like what she's putting out there. And means he was raid. No. Oh. Okay. Anyway, we'll see you later. Thank you. Where's my buttons at? Do you have anything you want to throw up there? Okay.
We good for now. See
I
you in a
always
week.
feel I always feel like at the last second there, it's like, well, no, was she gonna say it? All right. Have a good night, guys. Remember, everybody's got to eat. Thanks.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here.